I want to say a special thank you to my sister for helping me during this process. Without her, there's no way I would have made all the hours that I got made.
Home, the homeowners that will be living in these homes. It's really a day of celebration. Yeah. Woo! Woo! I'm Laura Belcher. I'm the president and CEO of Habitat Charlotte Region, and it's really a privilege to be here to celebrate with all of you. These homes were started in January, just in January, right? So just very quickly they came to life. But it's a little bit like a rock band that travels for 15 years and then has an overnight success. This neighborhood took a long time to come to reality. And so that makes this celebration all that much sweeter and all that much more precious. So years ago, on this land sat a school built by and for the Black community. And then in the 60s, as integration happened, the school fell into disrepair and ultimately was torn down. And since the 70s, this land sat vacant, waiting for its rebirth, waiting for that opportunity to come back to life. And that is happening now with these homes. So this neighborhood, the Meadows at Plato Price, is 39 homes that are affordable home ownership in a part of Charlotte that does not have enough home ownership and certainly does not have enough affordable home ownership. We are excited for what this day represents, the families that we celebrate with, the houses that are built, and the families yet to come. With 39 families, that's more than 100 kids will grow here, and they will learn, and they will sleep, and they will make friends, and they will have an anchor for their lives and their places to grow up, and they will call this home. So as we welcome the Holmes family and the Alexander family into these homes as the representative families of this stretch of our process, I want to acknowledge that we do not do it alone, right? We partner with so many across this community, and you'll hear for several of them this afternoon. But I want to give a special shout out to the Habitat staff. They've worked hard. The staff have worked really hard to secure this land, to clear it, to start raising walls and building this, to work with families, to qualify them and get them ready for home ownership, to teach classes, to work and coordinate all the volunteer shifts, to work with our donors. It's been an amazing collective effort, and that's how we get to today, and that's why we're so excited about celebrating. So we have lots to celebrate, lots of folks to hear from. So I'm going to start turning over the microphone. I think I'm first inviting Mary English Try to come up. Mary works hard with all of our home buyers and follows their journey. And we are so thankful for all that Mary does with our affiliate. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. I'd like to invite the families to come up. So Chantel and Lapri and Baylie. Ownership process so far, and has particularly loved attending all of our classes and earning her sweat equity hours, which she's done so many of out here on her own home and other neighbors' homes. She shared that the homeowners in her classes have become like family. And if you know Lapri, if you've met her more than once, then you're family. Lapri has also been blown away by her own family and friends who have selflessly come out and volunteered with her weekend after weekend to help her earn those hours. As many of you may know, she has also been our unofficial face of this build. You've probably seen her out here today giving lots of interviews and supporting our mission that way. And we just really appreciate your willingness to share.
Thank you.
And then we also have Miss Chantel. She also grew up in the Charlotte area, and she has two sons, Najee and Zion. They couldn't be here with us today, but they all currently live here in Charlotte, and they can't wait to be in their new home. Chantel works as a driver for a local healthcare agency to ensure our elderly are having their healthcare needs met. Najee is a full-time college student, and Zion is a rising junior. Chantel applied with us in 2020 and was pre-approved in 2021. And once she was in the program, she really took off running, participating in the classes, earning her hours, and became eligible for lot selection later in that same year. Chantel was set on purchasing a home here at Meadows before we even had addresses. She said, yes, please. So I know both of these ladies are going to make great neighbors out here to each other and to everyone else in the neighborhood. They're determined, they're dedicated to their goals, and I can only imagine how your world's going to open up once you're here in this neighborhood. So we're really excited for you guys. Homes that were painted by volunteers, as well as some wreaths that were handmade by volunteers. And then graciously, our neighbors here at Moore Sanctuary also brought over welcome packets for you both. They've been great neighbors to us, and so we're excited to be in community with them next door. So we'll do each one of those. And then last but not least, it is a Habitat tradition that we honor all of our families with the Bible. And so we say selfishly, we hope when you look at this Bible in your home that you think of your friends and family that you've made with Habitat Charlotte Region, and you remember that you're going to always be a part of our family. So congratulations to you. Okay, so I'm going to turn the mic over now to our seasoned veteran here, Lapri, for a few remarks, and her daughter, Baylie.
I would like to say thank you to everyone that has come out to welcome us to our home and our neighborhood. It has been a long road coming for us to be here. I'm grateful for everyone's donations of any supplies, any time, volunteering on our homes. For me and all of my neighbors, we appreciate every bit of it. I want to say a special thank you to my sister for helping me during this process. Without her, there's no way I would have made all the hours that I got made. We pound the store, we pound this neighborhood every single weekend to get all 300 hours done in record time. I want to thank my mom for being supportive and taking care of Baylie while we were doing these things, and my niece Lyra. And I want to thank my grandma for being a homeowner and showing me that this was something that would be possible. And I want to thank my uncle Mac for stepping in when my dad passed away and being like a father figure and helping raise me and my sister and instilling in us the Lord, because without God, we wouldn't be here today. I want to thank my uncle Loran and my aunt Arlene for being supportive and helping us as we grew up. And I want to thank all of my neighbors for coming out here and supporting us. And thank you to Habitat. Habitat has been so wonderful. They are responsive to us when we call. They have made so many families in this neighborhood dreams come true. And without them, most of us wouldn't have this opportunity to be a homeowner. And it's definitely going to be something that we can leave for our children as a legacy. Baylie, do you have anything to say?
I would like to say that I'm very grateful to have a mother that went out and did what she wanted to do to bring something home for both of us that we can cherish and share for the rest of our lives, and that I can one day call mom. I love my family for supporting us, and I'm glad that we made it here. I couldn't do it without you. I love you.
All right, did everybody get their tissues? So now we're going to introduce Mel Ressler. She and her team are the ones that helped make this construction of these homes possible, and so she's going to share some remarks as well.
Goodness, well, that's a really tough spot to be in following that, Lapri, so thanks. I'll do my best. So Laura touched on this, but roughly a year ago, all of this land behind you was grass, and nothing had been happening here. About 6 months ago, we started construction on this street, Plato Circle, and today we're here celebrating 7 families that are going to be moving in here shortly. So a lot of progress and a lot of change over the last year has happened out here. and even more change will be happening in the next year. So this whole area behind you will be filled with new families moving in and new homeowners and new neighbors, and from the construction team, we're just really excited to see it all happen, right? This is why we come out. We come out to work alongside families and volunteers and neighbors who support what we do, and organizations who come out and swing their hammers. That's why we're here. And I can't thank everybody individually, but a huge shout out to everybody who was a part of this community and this family, because it really does take a village to make it happen. And Habitat Charlotte region is that, and I am very happy to be part of it. So I want to thank everybody on our construction team, all the volunteers who I see out here today that have come out and have worked on these homes. Just a huge shout out to everybody for being here and for all the tremendous progress. If you haven't been through the homes, quite a few of them are open, and you're welcome to walk through and see. I think the families have all invited us in, so take advantage and take a look. I'll turn it over to Shannon.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Shannon Green, Senior Vice President of Organizational Advancement. My true pleasure to be here today to give acknowledgement to some of our donors and the volunteers that have worked thus far on this project. But first, I just wanted to say that somebody asked me just a minute ago, how does this make me feel? And it's incredible. It never gets old. Any home dedication, any moment spent with supporters or families. Today just happens to be my 7-year anniversary, August 1st, and this is a great one. Thank you for throwing this celebration. It's amazing. But no, I do want to thank all of the community that is helping to build a community within an already incredible community on this side of town. If you have volunteered on this project so far, raise your hand. I imagine we're going to, lots and lots of volunteers. We have had our Cornerstone Builder kickoff. We started with wall components back in the fall. Some of those are in these houses now, looking really good and strong. We had our inaugural CEO build out here. We had our women build in its 31st year. We had lots of great corporate builds and faith partners come out along the way. So thank you to all of you that have dedicated your time in putting your heart and soul into getting phase 1 of this neighborhood completed. We really appreciate it and couldn't do it without you. And I want to thank all of our donors. We've listed the donors that have supported the first phase of the Meadows at Plato Price in your program, and there are a lot of them. So please take a moment to just look at those, and let's give a round of applause to all of those donors. I mean, many of them are here. I want to give special recognition to our Cornerstone investors. These are the people that early on, we went to them with this project and said, okay, this is a big one. This is one of our largest, first big projects we've ever done before. You believe in what we do, and we're going to need a big investment. We have 4 Cornerstone investors that each gave $1 million or more to this project. And applause, thank you. And we're so glad to have representation from all those partners today. You're going to get to hear from them. Ally Financial, really appreciate all of their support. The City of Charlotte for the donation of the land and also support for the infrastructure and the project itself. The Merman's Foundation, Moranque's Foundation, really appreciate your support. I remember coming out on this property. It was, like Mel said, dirt, and they saw the vision. I remember when Andy and Robin and Deepa walked out and could see the skyline, and they could imagine it and wanted to be a part of it. Thank you. Also appreciate Myers Park United Methodist Church. So thank you to all of our Cornerstone partners. Thank you to all of our donors and volunteers. Again, like Mel said, it really takes a village, and we couldn't do it without you. That's what's so unique about Habitat. Now I'm going to turn it over to our Cornerstone partners to talk. Allie's going to kick us off.
They've come. This looks totally different, but just an amazing sight to see. At Ally, we're intentional about how we show up as an ally for our communities and are committed to supporting efforts that reduce barriers to economic mobility, like homeownership. Everyone deserves a place to call home, and it's not lost on us how this journey can inspire social change. When a family has a secure, affordable house over its head, their focus can shift to other critical priorities like childcare, healthcare, education. Kids can spend more time playing in studying and building lifelong friendships. Homeowners can contemplate how they invest in their future when they no longer are consumed by an unstable, cost-burdened living situation. Simply put, we know it is a game changer when families have a safe, stable, and affordable home to live in. That's why we at Ally are proud to partner with Habitat Charlotte Region in the building of Meadows at Plato Price. In addition to our financial support, our team members have been out here volunteering all along the way, and a few of us are here today. We're so invested and inspired by the vision of this neighborhood, as well as the Habitat families who are working hard to make it home. Lapri and Chantel, on behalf of Ally, we want to congratulate you on becoming among the first homeowners at the Meadow at Plato Price. We wish you tremendous success in all of your future endeavors, and we can't wait to see how you make each of your houses a home. And I'm going to pass the keys along.
Good afternoon. I'm Andy Mermans with the Moronkas Foundation. And thank you for letting me speak for a moment. I promise I will be brief. Our foundation has a motto, and that motto is anyone who works hard should be able to make a decent living. While there are many, many, many things that make up a decent living, it all begins at a decent place to call home. And as many before me have already stated, the shortage of permanent, affordable housing in Charlotte is very real and is a very hard problem to solve. So when we were approached by Habitat some time ago, as we're talking on the grass, standing out here, they described they wanted to build a complete neighborhood full of affordable homes purchased by hardworking families who are looking to achieve their dreams. The answer from us was a resounding yes, no question. Now, seeing Meadows at Plato Price come to life and celebrating its first phase of this neighborhood is very exciting. And today, to be able to say welcome home to Lapri and Chantel and your families is an honor. Thank you. Lapri, Chantel, I'll leave you with one bit of advice from the great philosopher of my era, the distinguished LL Cool J. Stay focused, go after your dreams, keep moving towards your goals. Congratulations to you both on your journey to homeownership, and may your years ahead be full of joy and happiness.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. I'm Sean Heath from the city of Charlotte. It's good to see everybody today. And what an honor it is to really celebrate a tremendous milestone. But last week, the Habitat team reminded me of the mission for Habitat for Humanity. And the mission makes reference to bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And the word hope really is meaningful. And I think to me, it really reinforces, and it's a reminder that this home is a physical structure and it's a roof over your head, but it's much more than that. And I could tell it's much more than that to you just in the emotion of your testimony. So, what we're looking at here is something that will provide safety and security. It will provide you tremendous pride of ownership, and it's an asset. So this is the pathway to, wealth creation and economic mobility. So there's so many aspects of home ownership beyond just the physical structure itself that the city of Charlotte is excited about. City council and the mayor really pointed their attention, and I can't help but see former city council member Martin Eggleston here about 5 years ago, really 2018 in that time period. Affordable housing certainly had been on the radar before then, but there's an even more intentional focus placed on affordable housing by the city starting in that time frame, including home ownership. So we've been devoting more of our resources towards supporting home ownership in the last couple of years. It's one of the reasons we were so excited about this particular opportunity. It's why we donated the land, provided some financial support for the infrastructure. We'll be providing down payment assistance to many of the homeowners here through our House Charlotte program. And we've had and will continue to have a number of people volunteer here at the site. So a lot of things that we're excited about. Just to really finish off here for me, I'll make this real quick. The reference to sweat equity, today that's a perfect reference, right? We're all sweating out here together, but I wasn't aware that 2019, I think, Lapri, is what I heard, is when you really kind of initiated this process, and Chantel, was it 2020? So, what a journey that you've been on over a 3 or 4 year period, the work that you've put in through the application process and the construction phase and the homeownerness readiness programming that you went through. So, today is a day to celebrate you. I will stop talking. I have a couple of keys up here that need to be handed over to to the future, to the current homeowners. We can trust you.
Nathan Arledge with Myers Park United Methodist Church, and I know you've turned this into a fan, so repurpose it back into a litany. So I invite you to turn there and join in with me. May the windows of these homes echo with the laughter of the families, and may they share meals and conversation under the shelter of the roofs. May they feel the care of their neighbors across our region and rest in the knowledge that they are beloved members of this community. May we all remember the human hands who built these homes and labored in love to provide for our neighbors, and may we continue to labor for others. May we all feel called to and within our individual faiths and spirits to live out the world we wish to see for everyone. May these homes serve as a reminder that everyone belongs to this nation, and it is our duty to build bridges across our differences. May these families rejoice in peace and rest and love within these walls.
Well, it is hot, so I want to wrap up very quickly. Thank you. It does take a community. One of the most important things and one of the sweetest things I heard this afternoon was Lapri welcoming us to her neighborhood. So that was exciting. We're excited to see what you and Chantel will do to welcome your new neighbors and to help this neighborhood grow. I do want to give a special shout out to this group over here to the left, all of our staff, our volunteers, everybody. I think this has been the hottest summer on record. A huge thank you to each and every one of you. We're proud to partner with you, Lapri and Chantel. Thank you. We're excited for the rest of the neighborhood. Don't forget us in 2 months. A little thing called the Carter Work Project will start kicking off out here. So we welcome you back in a few short months. But I do want to wrap it up and welcome you to tour each of our homes. The doors are open wide for you, and we're excited to show off what everyone has done in this community. So thank you again for coming out today.